I just love to jump on drama bandwagons, right? I'm gonna sit here and rave and rant to get drama content on my channel because I make clickbait content here on this junk. I need clickbait to survive, so I'm not gonna make quality, all right?
Thanks for the money, dummies. Band, 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 band.
The camera's been on the whole time. Bouncy, bouncy. I'm actually a virgin. See this fucking piece of garbage disc?
Thanks for the money, stupid fuck.
What is up, everyone? It's the final consecutive streaming day of the week, and you know what that means? Stagnant, boring content. Good stuff, man. Once again, this month is kind of flying by, probably because this year we got a lot going on. The launch of DSP Throwback, exciting retro content coming out every day. Overall, just watching that game back has been incredibly boring. Just so tedious and annoying. It drives me bonkers. And we've got these new family nights now with my giant wife, which is really neat that she can be a part of my content again for the first time in over 5 years. Those streams get almost no support and very low attendance. They are definitely the slowest streams that I've been doing in every way when it comes to viewership, engagement, and support. These streams are dead. Like right now, we currently have 283 viewers and climbing for the podcast. That's more than last night's stream. No lie, like even my lowest attended podcasts have more attendees. But anyway, with all of this activity going on, time is flying. Also, coming up this week is my first ever stream over on DSP Throwback. Why am I doing a throwback stream? Well, there's two reasons. Number one, for personal gain, because I'm trying to get some views on that channel to qualify it for advertisements so I can monetize the videos. Right now, there's no ads on any of the content on that channel because I need to get more view hours on the channel. A stream typically gets tons of view hours. So if I do a live stream on there, it's gonna boost the view hours of the channel and help it to qualify for the partner program fully. But in addition, things will be enabled like super chats and stuff. I'm dependent on gifting memberships, super chats or super stickers, or tips. But the one big topic of today, finally after a week and a half of me trying to figure this out, I finally got the real answer of what is going on with the gifted member bombs that have been hitting this channel, yet I'm not seeing any recorded revenue for them. And I'll give you the full explanation of what's really going on, and we're gonna have some adjustments. Let's just put it that way. If you remember, this all started back on January 7th, 10 days ago. I received 200 gifted memberships for the community. Oh my God, this is amazing. This could be like life-changing money for me. You just gave me $1,000 and everyone was rejoicing. Oh my God, this is amazing. And then 2 days later, another 100 gifted memberships. What on earth is going on? That's amazing positivity. And I was like, yeah. But it was so weird because usually when I get any kind of a contribution on a stream, within say 2 days, in my analytics, I can see what I've earned for the month and you'll see that revenue reflected. So here we were 3, 4, 5 days after, zero. It just doesn't make sense. I contacted YouTube support. Basically, absolutely none of that interaction whatsoever was worth any of my time. It was all worthless. If you need help on YouTube, you might as well just help yourself. Talking to YouTube support is a complete and utter waste of everybody's time. Everything they told me was bullshit. I actually know what happened with these member bombs now, and I'm gonna lay it on you this morning. It's actually quite important that this information is known publicly, but the thing is, no one listens to me. Everyone thinks that I'm an idiot. I feel like I have information that could seriously help YouTubers, but no one will care because I'm Darkside Phil, and I'm fucking stupid, right? Oh well, I guess it's their loss then. Anyway, before we get to that, I'm someone who makes a living out of stream contributions, not off of paid promotions, product codes. It's all about me making content and you guys liking it so much that you support it. Please consider supporting the stream today. I'd like to hit $50 in tips on this stream. That's always my goal. It'd be great if we can get anywhere from 8 to 10 members today. Speaking of that, I think it's time to now get to the subject at hand that everyone wants to know about, right? Let's do it. Because finally, I have my definitive answer of what's been going on this last week and a half with these member bombs. So let's review what I'm talking about so you get the full story now in one section. I'm sure OP Boone will timestamp this video with AI, and this will be the start of the story of the member bomb nonsense that's been going on, because I finally got all the answers. Why do I have all the answers? Because people can't keep their mouths shut. They just gotta brag, stroke their EP-ness on forums somewhere. They can't resist. And so because of that, all this stuff finally comes to light. This is a cautionary tale for anyone right now who's making content on YouTube, okay? So allow me to explain. Last week, on the 7th of January, I received 200 gifted memberships from someone named Nikita. This is someone who I'd never spoken with before. No one had any idea who they were, but it was 4 bombs of 50 memberships. Wow, this is neat. Obviously, I was happy. I love it when my community gets rewarded like that. So it made me feel great. Wow, feeling of community. The next day, January 8th, I receive another member bomb of 200 members from the same person. Now, I just want you to think about this. My memberships cost $3.99 each. Man, it's overpriced. You think so? So this person buying 400 members in 2 days, think about how much money they just spent. That's a lot of money. I mean, that's a ridiculous amount of money, right? Did they just spend over $1,000 to support this channel and the community? Is it really legit? Now, I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth, but at the same time, I tend to be very skeptical. So basically, after a couple of days, I started looking at my YouTube revenue, and no revenue seemed to be recorded for those 400 gifted memberships. How could I have gotten 400 memberships but no real increase in income? It doesn't seem to make sense, right? Oh, well, maybe what it was, maybe Nikita is from another country, and in their country, memberships cost something different. No, $9.99. There's like nothing there. Definitely, that can't be it either. So what could it be? So a couple days pass. It hits January 10th. And on January 10th, I get gifted another 100 memberships, this time from someone whose name is DOODY. Now, at this point, I'm skeptical. So I go and check this person's YouTube channel. And their YouTube channel has existed since 2021. But you could tell they had just changed the name to say DOODY. Now, here's the thing. As you know, one of my detractors' names is DOODY. What a big-brained fucking person to name themselves DOODY. You can name yourself anything on the planet, and you name yourself after fecal matter. That's pretty impressively smart, isn't it? But the thing was, the memberships went out, and people got them. They all worked. So, and I come back to streams this week. It's not recording any income for those gifted memberships. 500 of them. None of them are recorded as revenue. Something definitely gives here. In the meantime, someone else came on these streams by the name of X Hooligan. And this person did a series of super chats, but this person started speaking in Spanish. Okay? Huh? Well, one of the things that they said, oh, I like your content, but I have to go poop. You mean like DOODY? This person, after a couple days, kept doing these super chats in Spanish. After a while, I started to see a pattern. I kind of started to figure out what might have been going on. There's something that happens here on YouTube. It seems to be an exploit. What is an exploit? An exploit means that someone has found a loophole in a system that should not exist and was not part of the original design of the system. Wow, exploit. Well, what's the exploit? They use a VPN. It's basically a way to make it look like you are in a certain region or country of the world, even though you're not. What people have found is that there's particular countries where if you go to YouTube, YouTube's pricing is completely wrong. The pricing is cheaper. It's like, oh, it's exchange rates. No, it's not. It's an exploit. YouTube's pricing is fucked up. It's not right. Completely wrong. They went and bought hundreds of memberships for like pennies. If they did that in the United States, that would be like $200. They were able to get it for like 50 cents. It's fucked up. It's completely broken. They bought 550 memberships via a VPN exploit for like $2. I made $2 on all those memberships. So to confirm this, there's been super chats that have been coming in. They look huge. Someone will do a super chat and it'll be red. Whoa, it's a red super chat. That means it's very valuable. But when you actually currency convert it from whatever this Spanish currency is, it's like $1 or less. I want you to think about how fucked up that is. Well, how is this allowed? It's not. It doesn't matter how much YouTube pretends like it is. It's not, because it's an exploit. When people do this, they're breaking the law, and YouTube, every time that they enable this, also is breaking their own partnership contract, okay? That's a lawsuit against YouTube, and they're gonna have a hard time defending themselves. They are. This is a giant hole where people can just lie and buy things on the cheap, and that affects people's businesses. Imagine if you were running a restaurant, and someone walked into your restaurant and says, well, I have a coupon that says that I get everything on the menu for a nickel. No, that's bullshit. I'm not gonna give you everything for free. What are you, out of your fucking mind? Hey, you gotta honor the coupon, tough shit. This is a humongous liability for YouTube. If they don't fix this, this could break the site. So I contacted YouTube support and I gave them step-by-step instructions on how it works. I screen captures, everything. YouTube argued with me that I was wrong. No, I'm not. I don't want to hear this bullshit. This is a huge site exploit. You need to fix it. They actually think they're so smart that there's no way that they could possibly have an issue like this on the site. An exploit like that, there's no way that exists. We're smarter than that. We're all Ivy League trained. I mean, we eat pomegrapples. There's no possible way that we could have a problem with the site. You're out of your mind. Now, here's the thing. Now I'm aware of it. I'm just going to ban these people on site and not even respond. So if you notice a super chat comes in and it's a foreign currency, I'm just gonna ban. You would think that now that I've talked about this publicly that it would become knowledge that people would want to fix. But again, no one listens to Darkside Phil. I'm some idiot. There's no possible way that I could know anything about this because the rest of the internet treats me like a dumb meme rather than a human who knows shit. I might as well tell Mega Man about it. Maybe Mega Man will throw the Shadow Blade at YouTube and fix the problem, right? I can wholeheartedly tell you after investigating the situation, I have 550 fake memberships on the channel right now. They're not real. No one paid for them. It's good that you guys have the benefits from them, but the whole point of this leaderboard down here is to show how I'm doing support-wise on a stream. And when you see 1,147 memberships, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Wow, that's a lot of members. Phil's doing really good for himself. That's not true. That's a misconception based on 550 memberships I'm not going to get paid for. Now what will happen is people will come by and say, wow, Phil's doing well off for himself. He's got tons of support. He doesn't need help today. And that's bullshit. I make my living on that. This is my main income down here. You understand? That can hurt me concretely. Enough is enough. I have 550 fake memberships. In reality, I currently have 597 members. That's the accurate number. It's only fair that I properly adjust it so people actually know what I have. That's not fair to me to have people think that this community is doing so much better than it is because that's bullshit. So there you go. Now listen, that's still a great amount of members. I'm not disappointed about that. But this month, my income is way down because there's no ad revenue to go around on YouTube at all. Like literally nothing. If you would like to support the streams, by all means, please do. Now that we've confirmed what was really going on, gifted memberships do help this channel, as long as they're legit. So if you wanted to gift memberships to the community, yes, thank you. That would help a lot. I am now going to leave this adjusted for the month. 550 members really don't exist. I'm not going to count them for the channel and make it look like I'm doing way better than I am because that's bullshit. All right, that's the deal. I know that sounds crazy, but does it sound as crazy as the fact that there was a Comcast employee that for years was actually messing with my internet from internally in Comcast? But that really happened. Does it sound as crazy as the fact that not once but twice I had people catfishing my entire community, pretending to be a fan so they could get in as a moderator, only to then after the fact to try to leak information about my mods? That really happened too. Does it sound as crazy as the fact that I didn't have the ability to have a real relationship and I was blowing all my money on an escort? Well, that really happened too. So as crazy as this story sounds, it's not as crazy as the other shit that's already really happened. All right, so now without further ado, I think it's time for us to do some shout outs. So we start off today with Cloudy, who did a super chat earlier and says, how old is Jasper now? I wish we could answer that. He could be like 8, he could be like 10. Like, we don't know. We actually have no idea how old Jasper really is. Continuing on, King Be Cruel is a 32th-month member and says, I'm real, please don't ban me. I swear I'm not tipping you in pesos. I don't believe you. Let's ban King Be Cruel immediately. I don't think he's very trustworthy. Let's get rid of him right now and gone permanently. Very nice. Goodbye, King Be Cruel. I smelled a VPN on you. I'll be honest with you guys, I have absolutely nothing against Spanish-speaking people, but people in Spanish-speaking countries are bad people in general. Carliga re-upped their membership for 32 months as well and says real old school G's with regal crowns are legit. That's right. In 4 months, you guys realize you're going to qualify for the current highest level of crown, the Diamond Crown. Pretty damned epic. Excuse me. I just belched tremendously and it was really disgusting. Okay, let's start with some tips now. We start off today with a $2.25 tip from Mr. Puffy Nipples. I have an interesting question. If you had a time machine and went back in time and talked to your past self, what would you tell your past self? A lot of people think, man, if I knew what I knew now, everything would have been different. I would have been a better person. I could have been rich and famous. Instead, I look at it a different way. If it weren't for me going through all the things I've gone through in my life, then today I wouldn't be the person that I am. Like right now, I'm actually fat and very, very unhealthy, eating terribly, drinking at all hours of the night, every night. So there you go. Thank you for a $2 tip, Monty. Monty says, none of your games you're currently playing are too interesting. Indie games, not an issue. Kiddie games like SOS are. You think Sea of Stars is a kiddie game, huh? You obviously don't play many games. Very nice. Anime Slayer tipped $1 and basically said he's watched some of the content over on DSP Throwback. And yes, as it says in those videos, clearly, a lot of the commentary is awfully racist. Does that mean you support it if you watch it? No. No, just because I have a throwback channel where I'm re-uploading old playthroughs doesn't mean that I'm supporting my actions in said playthroughs. I'm just preserving them so that people can see that the history happened, right? Oh, I need to delete all of my actions online from like 20 years ago. No, you don't. What are you talking about? Right now, there are museums that house tons of historical things in it that could be considered outdated and things we don't do anymore. Torturing devices from the Middle Ages. Things that prove that there was slavery in America. If you donate $1 to the museum to keep the museum going, do you support those? No. You're supporting the posterity of history. That's the idea of DSP Throwback. Yes, we all can watch those old playthroughs and we can agree that that commentary is racist, correct? You have to understand something. I used to call myself the equal opportunity offender. And what I mean by that is, I actually used to be racist. I was singling out certain groups and being really mean to just them, and because of that, I'm a racist. Correct, right? Howard Stern influenced me back in the day, 15 years ago, when I was doing my style of commentary, for sure. I used to be part of the fighting game community, and a lot of that language was thrown around casually like that back in the day. We didn't even think those words were bad words in the context that we used them, right? But just because you're watching that content and you think it's funny or you like it, does that make you a bad person? Does that mean you're supporting the bad behavior? Yes. I received a $3 tip. I'm not even gonna say this person's name because I think they did this on purpose. They made a ridiculous name, tipped me $3 and said, you know, I'm glad you figured out nonsense with fake memberships. I'd be skeptical if someone had an odd name and it sounded suspicious or trollish, and their name is suspicious and trollish. They were trying to pull a fast one, do like an Inception kind of a fourth wall breaking deal. So thanks for the tip, but there's absolutely no way I'm reading that name. Nice try though. All right, and then I received a $1.50 tip from Ansu Kamaru. I sent you an unban request a few days ago. Hope it didn't get lost in the sauce of your inbox. No, I can't do anything. No, nothing. All right, so that is that. I believe we have covered everything that I wanted to talk about today. If you guys want to, ask me any questions, please tag me in the chat. Lucky Gremlin says, what about thoughts on a members-only chat? Why would we do that? We have enough control over the chat that I don't think we've ever needed to use it. No, I don't accept Apple Pay, no sleep real vibes. My tips are strictly through PayPal. I don't take Apple Pay, sorry. John, thank you for re-upping your membership, John. I think you also did a super chat. Hope today is good. I know I don't say much when I come to the stream. Sorry about that. I'm here for great content. Nah, dude, you don't have to be chatty or anything. You can just super chat. Nope, not playing Persona 3 Reload. I've already explained there's 2 reasons why. Number 1, I'm gonna have too much else going on. There's no time for another RPG in the middle. I've already played Persona 3, so that's the one that has to get skipped. I'm done. This is over. I'm done. I'm not redoing it. I'm done. She's gonna heal him. I'm done. I'm done. It's over. It's over. Goodbye. It's over. That's it for Persona 3, ladies and gentlemen. That's the worst final boss fight I've ever done in an RPG. That's not an exaggeration. And I'm not redoing it, so I don't care about the end of the game. That's a complete waste of time. That was 90 minutes of one boss fight. The worst design boss fight I've ever done in a fucking RPG. I'm done. The playthrough is over. I'm not playing this game again. That is it. Complete garbage. And number 2, it's Atlas, and Atlas is infamous for hitting you with false copyright strikes, even if you abide by their streaming rules. So I'm not gonna chance my entire business getting shut down because Atlas is trigger happy with that. So screw that game, I'm not playing it. Darziak says the Elder Scrolls Castles has been announced. It's open for registration. I hope it's as fun as Fallout Shelter. A mobile game? Oh, interesting. I might look into that. Cat likes that kind of stuff. Derek, there was a giant segment of today's show explaining about the members. I'm not going to go into it again right now. I recommend you rewind the show and watch that segment because it was fully explained. I basically got to the bottom of those member bombs. They were not legit. I'm not going to count them as support on my channel when they don't exist. That's what happened there. No Sleep Real Lives, I don't know what you mean. He says, I collect guides in my mailbox. Are they relevant to the modern day? What the hell is guides in my mailbox mean? I have no idea what you're talking about. This has happened again. My camera is leaning against my table, which means I need to adjust it. Give me a second. Let's try that. Okay. No, it's still touching it right there, I think. The camera is too loose right now. Hold on. Oh, look at that. Immediately, it's much better. No, the camera is actually centered now. The camera was actually crooked before. I fixed it. I received a $5 tip From Poke Rev. If I send you Pokemon booster packs, would you consider opening them live on stream? Oh my god. I don't know how that could benefit us because I don't know anything about Pokemon cards. Like, I know absolutely nothing about Pokemon at all. I wouldn't know what's a good card, what's a bad card. Like, I know for a fact there's a market for that stuff. There's people who literally just sit on YouTube opening packs and stuff. But I don't know anything about it. But what would be the point if I open it? I don't know anything about any of the cards I'm staring at, right? I was like, what is this? All right, guys, I think it is time to adjourn. I have to use the restroom today before we actually start with Baldur's Gate. Nature calls, as they say. So we should probably adjourn now, so I'll have time to do that. I thank you all, but I'm absolutely positively 100% going to beat my wife at some point. Meh.